Let me ask you something. Do you study hard, put in hours, watch productivity videos, try every tip you see, but still feel like you're being outperformed by someone who barely even tries? That person who never brags yet tops the exam, who seems unfazed, always calm, but knows everything. That is Ayanokoji. He doesn't just study, he observes, he calculates, he executes. And if you wanted to build a mind like his, calm, focused, dangerously smart, this video will change how you think. Let's begin. Hack number 1, the 80-20 rule. Ayanokoji doesn't waste time learning what doesn't matter. He applies the 80-20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of the material. If you're studying 100 topics, only 20 actually show up in tests again and again. So, why waste your time on the rest? Open your syllabus, look at past papers, highlight the high-impact chapters. That's where your focus should go. Here's an action tip. Before you begin studying, ask yourself, what's the most repeated concept in this subject? Ayanokoji would never learn everything. He learns what matters, then masters it. Hack number 2, emotionless execution. Ayanokoji doesn't need motivation. He acts without emotion. This is called detached execution. You don't study because you feel like it. You study because it's time, because your mind says so, not your feelings. This is your job, not an option. You don't do it when you feel like it, you do it because it must be done. This is the mindset that separates elite students from average ones. They don't romanticize the grind, they just do it. Use the Pomodoro method, 25 minutes of focused study, 5 minutes break, repeat. Cut all drama, no music, no phone, no comfort, just pure, cold execution. When you act without needing emotion, you become unstoppable. Hack number 3, break the loop. You're not lazy, you're just caught in a loop. You scroll, you tap, you watch, you guilt, then repeat. Ayanokoji isn't a slave to dopamine. He sees the loop forming and then destroys it before it traps him. Here's a strategy. Block toxic apps like Instagram, Discord, TikTok. Put your phone in another room while studying. Keep your study space distraction-free. No toy, no gaming devices, no unnecessary gadgets. Keep your study space clean and arranged. If you want to win, control your environment. You don't break bad habits by fighting them. You break them by making them inconvenient. Every loop you break is a small victory. Hack number 4, strategic planning. Ayanokoji never walks into anything unprepared. He's not the type to open a book and says, "Let's see what I feel like studying today." He plans every move before the game begins. Do the same with your subjects. Use the preview learns review model. Preview what you'll study. Make a checklist of what you'll study today. Study deeply with no distractions, and review it the next day. If you're not reviewing, then it's like training for war but forgetting the enemy. Hack number 5, spaced repetition equals memory. Real learning isn't what you remember today, it's what survives distraction, time, and pressure. Ayanokoji doesn't cram. He studies like a strategist using spaced repetition, a brain-based technique that strengthens memory through timed reviews. Here's how it works. Day 1, learn it. Day 2, review. Day 4, quiz yourself. Day 7, teach someone. Day 14, final review, but don't stop there. Memory fades again over time, so you must revisit it monthly or when you feel yourself slipping. Long-term knowledge isn't a one-time effort, it's a loop. Now, here's the science. In the 1880s, psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus created the forgetting curve, a graph that shows how quickly your brain discards new information. Without review, you forget up to 70% of what you learned in just one day. By day 7, you may barely recall 10%. Spaced repetition flattens the curve. Each review resets the timer, making recall faster, sharper, and more automatic. Cramming gives you confidence for a day. Spaced repetition gives you clarity for life. Train your memory like a weapon. Sharpen it, store it, and never let it dull. Hack number 6, study to dominate. Most people study just to survive, to pass, to avoid failure, but not Ayanokoji. He studies to dominate silently, strategically, without wasting energy. Not driven by fear, driven by clarity. He knows exactly what he wants, freedom, and he uses knowledge as a tool to achieve it. So if you want to study like Ayanokoji, don't just study to complete a syllabus. Study to outthink your competition. Don't study to pass. Study to gain leverage. Study to become unshakable. When you learn with intent, you stop reacting to life and start controlling it. Study until you're the one no one can predict and no one can stop. And before you scroll, study, or sleep, ask yourself, is this helping me build the life I want? If yes, commit fully. If not, walk away. Here's a recap. 180-20 rule, 2. Emotionless execution, 3. Break the loop, 4. Strategic planning, 5. Spaced repetition, 6. Study to dominate. If you're still here, I already know one thing. You're not average. You're about to become dangerous. Comment, I will win if you're starting today. And share this with someone who needs to break out of mediocrity. This isn't the end. This is your beginning.